So, a little over a year ago, I shot my first video. And in that video, I stated that I wanted to see what my life could be if I would stay sober. And I wanted to create videos and share with the world, what happens when you stay sober. And that's exactly what I've done. Because truly, if you look at my life now and how far that I have come in such a short amount of time just by staying sober, it's nothing short of a miracle. After everything that I had been through and all the years of my life lost, all the years of my life spent either between, my addiction, going to jail, once going to the mental institution, running from police and just living, being homeless and just time away from my family. Everything that I went through when I just gave my life entirely to my addiction, where that was all that mattered, and to now have the life that I have now, it's an amazing feeling, and I don't take anything for granted. And that's the thing with coming from addiction, as like so many people have. When you overcome it, it gives you such a strength and such a desire to like live life to the fullest, and to be able to, kind of make up for lost time, I suppose. But in the same sense, it just gives you just this definitive purpose now, where I want to make every day count for something. Because I remember those days where I would just lay in bed literally all day long and try to sleep my entire day away. If I could get like Tylenol PM or Trazodone or something, I would just keep popping them because I'm trying to sleep my entire day away, because I knew I had no options to get any sort of anything, to feed my addiction. So all I wanted to do was just sleep, and I wanted that day to be gone so badly. Or else, just being stuck in a house with no cigarettes and wanting a cigarette so badly, but just sitting there with no cigarettes and no options to get anything. And just to know that feeling of what that feels like to be like that, and just how hopeless that feels. And the only thing that's going to take that away is to get something for my addiction, to get something that's going to get me high, is the only thing that will make my life matter. But at the same time, it's the thing that is destroying my life. But it's just, that's the vicious circle of addiction, because the only thing that gives your life any sort of feeling, any sort of happiness, any sort of emotion at all, because without it, my life is just so bad that I don't even want to live. So being high is the only thing that gives it that, but that's the thing that is making it so I don't want to live at the same time. So it's a really, really tough position to be in. And I don't envy anyone that's in that position, because I know exactly what that's like. And I know how hard it is to get out, that you got to really, really want it, and you got to really put everything you have into it. So, but going back and looking at my first video till now, and to see the growth that I have, and to know the feelings that I now have, me and my wife, now my wife, because we just got married, she would say all the time, we love our life. We love our life so much. I love our life. I love my life so much now. And we literally say this all the time, something that as an addict, you never say that. I mean, you might say, I love drugs, I love being high, I love the feeling of being high, but you still don't like your life, and you really don't even like being high, to tell you the truth, because when you're high, you have so much anxiety and so much just, it's just really, really, really hard feeling. It's a really hard life to live. And like I said, I don't wish it on anyone, but, I truly like now that I can wake up every day and be excited for my day. I can wake up every single day and to feel good. Wake up every day and just to be okay and to be excited. Think, who can I reach out to today? Who in my family can I talk to today, that I haven't talked to? Am I going to see my grandmother today? Do I have a church event today? These are the things that I do in my life now, or else do I have to work today? So that's what my life is now. But it's nice, and I focus on things like my credit score. I got my credit score up to good. I mean, it just dropped down a little bit, which I don't understand even why it dropped down. But these are the things that concern me now, that I'm trying to build up. And now that I'm married, me and my wife, we're trying to plan for our future. We're trying to save money. We're trying to say, okay, we're going to save this much money. We're going to plan a vacation next year, maybe a cruise. These are all things that you don't do while you're an addict. While you're an addict, you're just literally surviving each day, each moment, There's no getting ahead, there's no succeeding, there's nothing like that. There is moments of success, where either I go, I do a big boost, or I go and I make this big drug deal where I make out a little bit of money. Whatever it is, you have moments of where you feel good. I'm excited. I got a little bit of money. I'm going to go buy all these drugs. And like there is an excitement level there. Like there really, really is, as long as you don't get pulled over on your way to the spot, or as long as you don't get robbed, or as long as, so many different bad things can happen to you doing that in that life, and so many ups and downs when you're doing that. But so I don't have like those high highs that I had, when I was in that life. But I mean, overall, if you look at the picture, I'm going to make it my my thumbnail, just the comparison of what I look like now compared to what I look like just a little over a year ago when I started making these videos, and that was, I'd been sober for a short amount of time, but now this is me sober, for 840 days, give or take. And it just this different person that I am, just entirely. Tonight at our church we had our vacation Bible school, and I got to be one of like the leaders, the crew leaders they're called. And I got to bring the kids, from station to station, and just to feel like I fully belong there, and to feel like I'm going to be a good influence on all these children. Like, it's just such an amazing feeling. And now that we have my wife's daughter that's staying with us a long time, to know that no matter what, I'm going to be a good influence on this child, that's an amazing feeling as well. So these are the things now that I get excitement with in my life, to go to work and do a really, really good job, put everything I have into it, and just, be just really good at my job, because I work hard, and because I care, and because I always do a good job, and because I know that I can be trusted, number one, with money, number two, with just, just making food. I'm a cook, I make food and everything, to know that I'm going to put out good food, and I'm not going to serve something that shouldn't be served, and I wouldn't do that. So, just that the owner has that trust and that belief in me, to know that I wouldn't do that, and to know like I'm able to close out the register every night, and she has not a doubt in her mind. She knows she can trust me 100%. So just having that, and like tomorrow I'm going to go and I'm going to make dinner for all the volunteers at our church tomorrow, because it's a continuation of the vacation Bible school. It's our second day. So I get to go into the work, and I get to go, in there by myself, and go turn it on, cook pizzas, and, that I have that ability to do that. And that's a great feeling, that I'm that trusted, and I'm that relied on, and just all those things now. But just that I'm that good of a person, that I really am this person that I claim to be. And everyone around me sees that. Everyone around me knows that, and nobody's doubting that. And that's an awesome, awesome feeling, to know that, like, I just met my mother recently. I talked about it on one of my videos, and to know that I have her in my life from this point forward, my sister in my life from this point forward, who I talk to all the time, and to know I'm not going to let any of these people down. I'm going to continue to be this person, because I love this person. I like this person. This is the best me I've ever been, and it's not even close to what it was before. But the whole thing is that the only way that I am this me is because I went through everything and got through everything the way that I did. The addiction that I had that overtook my life, that caused me to lose everything, that caused me to lose my family for so long, that caused me to fall out of my children's lives, that same addiction is who made me who I am today, that who made me put my faith in God the way that I have, and to have him be the reason for my life, the reason for the way that I live now, and to be the first, the way I start my day each day, talking with him, and just how I want to live my life now. It's all based on pleasing him. And I wouldn't be able to speak on that. I wouldn't be able to be so strong in my conviction of that, everything, if I hadn't been through everything that I went through. So as bad as it is that I went through all that, all the time wasted in jail, all that time just away from my children, everything, I love the person I am today, and I wouldn't want to change that. And without all of that, I'm not becoming this person. So I had to endure all that in order to become who I am today. And that's what I want to say to everyone out there who's battling addiction, who's going through, the things that I went through. This is available. There is a better life available. You just have to want it. You have to realize what you're worth, you know, the value that you have and the value that you have because of the life that you went through, because of that addiction, because of how hard that addiction was on you, and the fact that you were able to overcome it, the fact that you were able to endure it and survive as long as you have, because it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to be a full-blown addict where your life is just completely dictated by drugs. It's not easy at all, and most people don't survive. And you know, I can claim that I know probably close to 50 people that haven't survived because of that. So the fact that I'm able to sit here and speak on this, I'm able to sit here and be this person that I am in this awesome house that I love, you know, going to church and going to work and loving everything that I'm doing, like it's an amazing, amazing thing, you know. And it's all because God gave me that word, that moment that He did, and changed my life completely forever. But I love it. But again, like if you just go back and you see my videos and you see the growth that I've had from then till now, exactly what I say in that first video and probably the first 2 sentences of that video, what I claim, that I want to put my life on broadcast to show what can happen if you put your trust in God and if you stay sober. This is what life can become. And I think I've been a very good representative of that. And I think that I'm going to keep representing that as I go forth, as I get stronger, as I move forward in my life and move towards more and more goals as I go forward. You see all these things I just accomplished. I just got married. I'm buying a house. I met my mother for the first time. You know, all these amazing things. Got my driver's license. I got my credit score to good. All these different things. You know, I donate to my church every week. I done a bunch of other, I sponsor a child. That, like, there's a lot of different things that I'm doing that are good now that I never dreamed I could ever do. I have my daughter back in my life. I went and picked her up at her work the other day and brought her out to dinner in a car I drove that I rented legally, you know, everything legally that I did. So it's just a great, great, great feeling. And I truly, I wouldn't change it for anything. Like, sobriety is the greatest thing. But the only way that you can have that sobriety be the great thing that it is if you go through the addiction that I went through, that many other people are going through. But this other feeling of sobriety, of achievement, of being able to succeed against all odds is available to you. And it's right there and it's available for you to take it, but you just have to want it. And all I can say is, you know, at my age, like I feel like I still look pretty good. I feel like I've done good, you know, now to change my life and to start taking care of myself properly and start doing these things. But I wish I'd done it sooner. I wish I was earlier doing this. I wish that I wasn't this far along. So anyone who's still out there that's still going through addiction, you're going to wish you did it sooner. That's all I can say, you know, is that what are you accomplishing? You're just doing the same thing over and over and over again, and it's doing nothing. What is getting high doing for you? It's doing nothing for you except for getting you high and taking you away from a life that you could have. That's all that it's doing. So I don't know. I wish everyone the best. I love everyone. I truly want good for everyone that's out there. I really, really, really do. And if you guys watch this video all the way through, I truly, truly, truly appreciate it so, so, so much. Please like, share, subscribe, all those good things that you guys can do for that YouTube algorithm to help the videos go out. And someday I will get really good at making these videos. I really, really will. And I hate that I'm always so pressed for time when I'm doing them, and I can't ever do the things that I really want to do because I'm just not good at them yet. But I will get there, though, I promise. Okay, but I love you all. I appreciate y'all so, so, so much. I love you. I hope everyone's having a blessed day. And remember, as nice as it is to be important, it is infinitely more important to be nice. God bless you.